Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Let me know what that sounds like. That sound probably sounded when my light died, which is good for you. You don't get to see my face as much. But good morning, everyone. Nikki was here early with the virtual. Thanks, Nikki. Always helps me. I know Nikki's going through planning a wedding for her son, which I did 4 times for myself, and had fun. All the weddings were good. It was the marriages afterward that weren't great, at least the first couple anyway. The last 2 have been good. But glad you could make it. You should probably be sleeping and getting your rest, but I'll always welcome Nikki here, that's for sure. Hey, Scott, how you doing? See if I catch everybody. Big Guy 45s. I was reading your stuff earlier. Mine does the same thing, man. I don't know, It'll go up 1, down 3, up 3, down 5, up 1, down 1. I don't know. And then all of a sudden I'll get 10. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know why. I guess it could be a glitch. Is the sound okay? Let me get down. Hey, who am I missing? Tommy J. How you doing? James, how are you? Joe, how are you? Hey, Logan, where did I bought 4 batteries just to know your dollar super chat went to a good cause. I needed it. Hey Dave, super cold here in Vermont. Wow. Hey Rob. Yeah, I don't, man. What was it? It was 26 degrees Celsius. I don't even know. I talk in Celsius now. You think I live? You think I live here? Meters in Celsius. But yeah, man, I don't like the cold. How are you this morning? Let's see. Did I catch up with everybody? If I missed somebody, hey Paul, how you doing? Okay, I'm caught up. So let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. It was like 26. I took my wife. This is the extensive room that I, of course, didn't vlog either. Although I do have my camera, and I did take it out. We went to dinner last night at a seafood place and bought an enormous amount of food we didn't eat, but it makes my wife happy, so I don't care. So she can, hey Nanette, she's all excited about the trip, and as most Thai women that I found, she's more excited about food than being with me on an island in Thailand. She don't care. She just wants seafood, but which is okay. Like I said, she doesn't get it all that much, man. She's a good woman, so I'm lucky. So the sound and everything's okay. You guys can hear me. I'm not going to touch the microphone because otherwise it'll get all staticky and make everybody sick. But yeah, otherwise I don't know. I don't know what the weight loss is doing, but I can kind of see it a little bit more. So I probably lost more weight. I could tell I'm not eating as much as I was, and I'm exercising a lot more. So haven't quite got back full time to the gym, but am planning on it when I get back. Like I said, not anything heavy, no heavy weight anymore, man. Just lightweight, a lot of reps type stuff, and maybe get into a routine again, which would be nice. Can't handle the cold. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm starting to acclimate to this weather here in Thailand. It's kind of got me scared. It 80, low 80s, 82, 83, where I used to be sweating, and now it's like I don't even turn the air conditioner on. If I've got a fan, I'm fine. Good, thanks, Joe. I saw you over. I just left the spot, lived my ass off, and walking in my shoes, Robbie. They're going till I think 9:30, and I was going to wait till 9:30, but I've got to go pick her up. I still got to, I got a lot of crap to do, so we're going to go check out the pier and where we're going to be leaving from tomorrow morning to Koh Samui, and see about getting a ticket on that, and then we're going to try to get I guess they got a 5 a.m. coming back, and my wife wants to get back to Bangkok. One daughter's already going to be in Surin. Like I said, they got with the teacher for traditional Thai dance. They have they're talking to the government to get the building or wherever they're going to have it secured and stuff. 50 kids from the I shouldn't call them kids. My oldest is 20 there. Well, not my oldest. My oldest is Whitney, but my oldest here in Thailand is 20. There's going to be 50 of them, and of course, put on a big show. So they're spending. We'll be back there Friday, and so they're not leaving until Sunday. So we'll see her again. We'll pick up the youngest in Bangkok on the way back, on the way down, or on the way back to Surin, and she's happy to come home. She always wants to come home, but let's see. And I said hi to Annette. I hope she heard me. Hey, Jack, how you doing? I didn't see Jack. Jack snuck in. Cool. I'm glad everybody could make it. I don't know how long I'm going to go. Probably an hour anyway. It always seems like I go longer than that. Now that I've got a fresh battery, thanks to Logan going grays, it makes it a lot easier. I bought 4, just so you know. 4 for 69 baht at 7. So what is that? $2? 50 cents a piece, the batteries. Let's see. I know I saw. What did I see? Back here, let me see. Somebody, I think it was. Oh, Chris was here. I didn't see Chris. Good day. Dave. Won't able to scroll the chat. A little work to do. Have a fantastic day. Thanks, Chris. All right, let me get back down to the bottom. If I missed something, guys, I don't think I did, though. Scott's dropping the links, which is awesome. Thank you, Scott. And thanks to everybody that moderates and helps this channel. I probably don't take enough time to thank you all for it. And it really makes a difference. Like I said, it drives me crazy without this light, but I guess it's finally, I bought it, I don't know, 3 years ago. So I guess it's finally given up. The battery won't charge or something. So I've actually got it plugged in right now, and it won't stay on. What else? So like I said, we're going to go out this afternoon. She's only got all the way here for a half day. I dropped her off at 8. She said she'll be done before noon. So I'll go pick her up. We'll go get something to eat. And like I said, we'll go down to where the ferry is and try to get, I think you can buy them ahead. I think you can even buy them online. But I want to find out. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. My wife will appreciate it even more. I think I'm going to try to see if we can buy that 5 a.m. on the way back, because it's going to be, I'm guessing, 10 hours. It was 8 hours here, and we took our time and stopped twice to eat and once to stretch and walk around and stuff. So we weren't rushing, and it took 8 hours. So I'm imagining it's going to be 10 hours from Koh Samui by the time we leave the hotel and get to the ferry, get on the ferry. I don't even know how long the ferry is. I probably got to check that out. Probably an hour or something just on the ferry. So it might be even more than 10 hours. So my wife's probably right. We need to get on the road early. So she's usually right anyway. But if you guys aren't subscribed, the guy's trying to get to 1,000. I think he's at 950 or something. If you guys wouldn't mind, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Push them over 1,000. Let me see. Chris's channel. Thanks, Nikki. And yeah, I know, man. It's the one that I did here. Well, actually, my wife did most of it. The wedding. It was also the house blessing too. Actually, Chuck did a better video than I did. Chuck actually came to my wedding, him and Paige, from No Time to Be Sad. But actually, Tom came too. A couple of people came. A couple couldn't. It was right in the middle of COVID, so it was hard for a bunch of people. But it was an excellent party and a good, fun time. But the one that I liked the best, I think, as far as party-wise, I had bought 5 acres. Me and this wife. Where are you? There you are. I don't know where you are. She's on my arm there. The one at 27, the woman I was with for 30 years. We had 5 acres in Agua Dulce, which is, if you're familiar with Southern California, which is kind of like close to Magic Mountain area, but not really. It's in a valley by itself. It's kind of a nice area. And we had 5 acres there, a little house, and I had a big yard fenced off with ponds and koi and all that kind of stuff. And we had a wedding that I actually cooked for, which made it even 10 times harder. I had tri-tip and stuff like that, and I half cooked all the tri-tip the night before. I forget how many we had. I had 250 people there, so it was a lot of meat and everything else that we had cooked. But had that on, and it worked pretty good because I could throw a bunch of them. Had 3 barbecues going, and it was fun. Country western band and a lot of fun. Anyway, it's worth it, I think, in the long run, Nikki. You'll do it, but it's going to beat the crap out of you trying to get everything done. That's for sure. Hey, Daz, how you doing? Glad you could make it. But it's definitely worth it, especially when you're doing it for your kid. It makes it even more. I haven't had to do that yet. My daughter, I don't know if she'll ever get married. My oldest. I think the kids here probably will. I'm imagining my oldest in the States. I don't know if she really wants to. I don't know. Maybe she will. I know she's not hip on kids, or her mother kind of ruined that for her. That's Coke Zero, by the way, not coffee. Let's see. Did I miss anything, or is everybody just talking to each other? Let's see, I'm stuck inside. Experience minus 20. Danger. I'm glad I don't, like I said, I get a little chilled when it's 75 now, being in Thailand for 4 years. But I couldn't even imagine. I went up at where I lived at 3,000 feet in the Sierras. Was, like I said, 3 times a year we'd maybe get 6 inches, maybe a foot. It would stay for 3, 4, 5 days. Just gave you enough time to go, ooh, how beautiful, isn't it nice? And the wood burning stove, and it was always a little chilly, don't get me wrong, but the snow part of it was the part that I didn't particularly, like I said, to look at it was ooh, and then I wanted it to go away. But when I went and helped my buddy with his air conditioning company in Buffalo, that was my taste of real winter, there, and I didn't like it at all. But like I said here, like I said, 75. I'm starting to a little chilly. But a couple times at the house, I know Chuck said he hit 9. I don't think we ever got down that low, but we hit 10, 11, 12. I think they're a little bit colder in Tapanong than we are in Surin, but that'll be ending soon, which will make the pool a lot more inviting. Looking forward to get into that. Looking forward to the 5 days of rest and relaxation. We'll see what this hotel, it looks nice, but you never know when you haven't been there, or you're just going off of what you see on YouTube and that. But I don't know. I'm probably at 99% of the stuff that I've picked has been decent. Of course, they're always rated 4 and 5 stars, so that helps. It's when you pick a 3-star or 2-star and hope for the best is when I would have problems. Took up my strength. Had to take a shower to warm up. Man, I couldn't even imagine. I don't know. I like my life here in Thailand. Hey, Expat Paul, I commented on your video. I watched your video. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. If you guys aren't subscribed, where are you? Subscribe. Paul's got a good channel. I like it. I didn't know they even had food in IKEA. Is that where you were? IKEA, right? I guess it's kind of like any other place you go, like Sam's Club and all that kind of crap, I guess, right? But the food, I was really amazed at them, that the variety of food they had. Not so much that they had food. I was intrigued by that, but then saw the variety, and it was, I don't know. I was impressed. If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe to his channel. That would be good. Hey, HK, how you doing? Good day, everyone. There was a bunch of you guys. How late did you guys go on Bobby's last night? I fell asleep. Sassy Man Bruce, how you doing? It's bone chilling 20 degrees at night here. Yeah, I know. That's the way it is. Well, I don't know what it's at during the night here. I didn't see. Maybe I can. Let's see. When we look on here and see, does it give me Surin or does it give me here when I pull it up? No, give me. No, Saratani. It's 28 right now. It was a low of 23. So actually, it's been warm. It's supposed to get up to 32, 33. And it doesn't look like, it looks like it doesn't show any rain. It shows sunshine until Wednesday. So maybe we'll get lucky. Not that I was just talking to my wife this morning. I said, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me to have a little bit of rain. Let's see. Let me go on with my how I enlighten everybody on gold. Gold was up. It went down a little bit. So let's see if the dollar to the baht went up. 29,600. It was 30.01 something yesterday. Yeah, the baht went up, or to the dollar went up quite a bit. It was 32.7, 33.5 this morning. Bummer. I just transferred money yesterday or day before. Ah, well, I got to transfer some more anyway. So, all right. So that's my update on that. Let me get back to this page. But yeah, it's a bummer. Right? Quite a bit of money too that I transferred. 13C55 today here in NorCal. It's a good temperature. Yeah, I don't know. That's the way it's been in Surin's been. The mornings have been like 12 to 13. Little bit, to me, that's a little bit cold. To me, it's a lot cold now. Last dress fitting tomorrow, so got to be on my best behavior. You're going to have fun. Thanks, Logan. But yeah, so that's interesting. That usually I'm very limited on my experiences. I don't do stocks at all. I think that's a form of gambling, and I'm a much better poker player and know more about that than the stock market. So if I'm gonna gamble my money away, I'll go belly up to a table somewhere and play hold'em. But and I don't want to do that either. But gold, precious metals, and that type of stuff, I've always thought that was it's always good to have something besides whatever country you're in, your paper money, which could be useless at a drop of a hat, and have some other source of bartering. Whether time, I guess I'm a pessimist. I don't know. I'm waiting for the the end of the world type thing. I think I would thrive in that situation. But anyway, hopefully that won't ever happen. But hey, Dowlow, I think it's that my suggestions to everybody is to have some precious metals at your disposal, not socked away somewhere within arm's reach. Some locked up too. Let's see, Dave. Are you talking investments in gold or owning physical gold? Investments in gold and owning physical gold, both. And not only gold, silver and platinum too. Platinum, I believe, has been kind. But gold always, I don't know. It's like real estate. If you're in real estate for the long run, I've never had any kind of a major loss in real estate. I've always been lucky though on that too. Maybe it's timing, I don't know, but it seems like if you wait long enough, things come around even after the bottom falls out, which I think it has, hasn't it? I haven't even kept track of it too much, but from what I see and hear from my brother on the house, that I'm going to sell one of the houses to pay for the where my mom's at. And I got to get back there too. Hopefully I'm going to be able to go. I'm thinking the second week of March right now is the way it looks like. I'll have my passport back. I'll have everything, visa and everything in line and done, and should be fine. I got to get back there. My son went and saw her too and said she's a little on the weak side. So I have a cabin in Truckee right outside of Lake Tahoe. I like Truckee. I like it up there. My uncle, he made a lot of money up there building. I don't want to say 40 years ago. Yeah, I was probably in my mid-20s. He was building Tahoe. Yeah, he did really well there years and years ago. U.S. stocks are down, or at least mine is. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of scary. A lot of my friends have all their money in their 401s and this and that, and they say it's almost scary to look at some of those and see. But then even they say, but then 2 years from now everything's back to normal. So I don't know. I just don't like it. It seems like gambling to me. I don't know, but that's where everybody puts their dough. So I would think gold, gold, platinum, and silver. And if you can get hands on silver and stuff, I heard in the States it's even hard just to even get your hands physically on silver, but I could be wrong. Only hearsay. What is the okay, is up what, 6%? Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people do well. I just don't. I don't know enough about it to want to gamble my money. And like I say, I consider that gambling. Yes, beautiful up there. I was going to go, but don't want to risk walking in ice without my knee. Yeah. Yeah, you take it easy. I'm sure that Chuck will screw up your knee as soon as you get back here anyway, dragging you around an up and down place. Brass and lead, you can't lose. Lead's good. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, some people just can't retire. They just don't have the ability to. I mean, if you've got parents are sick or uncles you're taking care of or your children, I mean, we're at an age now where your children could even have problems at 35, 40 years old. But I never, like I said, I knew before, man, I never even dawned on me about your parents until I was over here and, like I said, met Bobby and time to get going and all that, and his father, and I think that was the one that really brought it to light that hey, sometimes you can't do what you want to do because you've got obligations, and I think that's great. I mean, it seems like people in the United States just they don't want to take care like they do here in Thailand. I mean, they're amazing here in Thailand, in case people are wondering. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Are you back home now? Or are you still on the road? I invested in a few bottles of Leo last night and pissed it away. Yeah, it happens to me, Tim. Alcohol, tobacco, sugar, fast food, best investments during the market depression. Yeah, and no beef, right? Are you a vegetarian or a vegan, Logan? I think you're just a vegetarian, right? I think. Spanky on the bear. Yep, headed to Chiang Mai today. Okay, cool. I know me and Tim went on that fishing trip, and his wife had been back in the States. They had a grandbaby, so she went there to be with their daughter, and Tim was here, and I guess they got back. I'm going to guess 2 weeks ago, Tim, something like that. Week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and so back, and she was gone for I want to say 2.5 months or something like that. Tim will correct me. I'm sure I'm wrong. I think I've guessed at this before and was wrong. But I think last time I guessed it was only a month, and I want to say it was more like Tim said 3, but we'll see. Vegetarian mostly. I'm not a fan of putting titles on it. Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like if I didn't like that, a big thick steak once a month, even, uh, I think in my older age, my I don't know why you do it, but to me, it was like I had raised a cow and raised that, and then had them butchered and all that kind of stuff, and I would never ever do that again. Going and buying something rather than raising it and killing it, and I think my whole attitude on as I got older, my whole attitude on killing stuff to eat has changed. And if I didn't really, if I thought I could do it, I might try because I like all the other. I noticed you guys do a lot of like tostada type stuff. I used to dig that stuff with beans, getting your protein. I'm imagining getting your protein from beans and that kind of stuff. Peanuts or nuts, and you get it from cheese and I guess other sources. But it's like I used to do that all the time when I was. I really like that. I used to buy those hard shell tortilla deals. Have cans of refried beans in the cupboard and cheese and sauce, tomatoes and that kind of stuff. And you can make them up really quick, and they are good, man. I dug them. That used to be one of my favorite thing. I don't think people in Taco Bell back in the day, everybody was eating the tacos and all burritos and all that kind of stuff. Man, I dug the tostadas, and they were cheap. Of course, the bean burritos were cheap too. So I can live as long as you. Is that what it is? Well, it wasn't because of not eating meat. That's for damn sure. But I don't know, man. I think I don't know. Like I said, to me, especially like I used to watch a show all the time called The F Word, which is with what's his God, my mind's gonna go. The famous chef, the one that screams and yells at everybody, Hell's Kitchen. God, my mind is gone. Ramsay. Anyway, the he started bringing home all these animals so his kids could, turkeys and pigs and all this kind of stuff, and they keep them at home and raise them, and then butcher them and have the kids realize that they're, these are food, and they're naming them and shit, and it kind of opened my eyes to is it really something that I want to be doing? And I guess I must because I'm still eating pork and I'm still eating meat, so I guess I'm not off. But I think I could probably do vegetarian because I love nuts. I'm sure I could get an ample amount of protein, no problem. But yeah, no kidding, right? Vegetarian. Yeah, I mean, and I love salads. It's just that once in a while where got a big, rare, juicy steak. But I guess we're carnivores at heart, right? But it did. It opened my eyes to it, and I really felt. I don't know, man. Like what freaks me out is like in China, I know they eat dogs, right? And it isn't so much that they eat the dog. I mean, I just couldn't see killing my dog and eating it, but they torture them first because it makes the meat taste better. That bullshit. You're just a sadistic bastard. But anyway, that stuff kind of makes me want to puke. But I guess is there any difference between often a dog to eat and often a pig or a cow or any other animal? I don't know. It's kind of a weird deal. Hey, Mitch, how you doing? Morning to you. Tom's here too. Hey, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. We're talking about vegetarians. How I got on that, I don't know. Did I start that, Logan, or did you start? I think I did. But anyway, I don't know. It's weird. The older I am, the more, I don't know, soft-hearted and stuff I am. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway. Did you answer me, Tim? Has it been 3 months? I got to go back and look real quick. But anyway, I think he'll be home, I think, soon. So does the whole, and I didn't ask you this either, Logan. Did the whole family eat vegetarian, or when you're gone, do they sneak in hamburgers and stuff? Or are you guys all vegetarian? I eat everything minus 5 or 6 animals that everyone likes. Yeah, and I've seen some of the stuff. Like I said, some of the stuff my cousin's wife was vegetarian, and her boss was he passed away. Sam, what was his name? Sam. He was one of the creators of The Simpsons. Although he was never around, he created them and then sat back. He was married to Jennifer Tilly. Somebody remembers his name, Sam something. Anyway, he got cancer, I think, and passed away a while back. But she still runs his organizations, and one of them he had was dogs, taking stray dogs and whatever, taking care of abandoned animals, and vegan stuff. She's scheduled trucks to go to like downtown Los Angeles with like the most vegan food on the planet, pasta, and gave away pasta and stuff. And I think she still does. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but I was curious if the whole family is, or when you're gone, they're out there barbecuing. But some of the stuff I was going to say, the imitation meat, like I even had one time I made a portobello, kind of like a hamburger type deal, and it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Just trying to, try something different. When I'm cooking, I like to cook all sorts of stuff. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Glad you can make it. But I imagine the whole family is. I don't know if did Logan answer me? Maybe he left. He's mad. Dallas says, what makes me laugh is all the plant-based burgers and sausages you can buy, making vegetables taste like meat. And a couple of them that I had did. I've had some that tasted absolutely horrid, and I tried once. And usually it's when I go out to eat with somebody back in the day that was vegetarian or whatever, and they would have a substitute. They would always ask me, "You want to taste it?" Yeah, sure. Let me have a bite of that. So I don't know. Is this HK? Is this you? If you guys aren't subscribed, by the way, there's a good one to go ahead and subscribe to. Here we go. Logan ends. We cook vegetarian. Jamie eats seafood occasionally. Sometimes we cook separate items for the kids. But the kids are 19 and 22. They make their own choices. Good for you, man. And I think at 19 and 22, I think they would know. But if they see you, I mean, you're a pretty healthy guy, obviously, both you and your wife. So I would imagine it can't be a bad choice. I don't know, over the years when I was younger, my biggest excuse was, we're carnivores, we were meant to eat meat. Yeah, but that doesn't go over as big nowadays as it did. Hey, Jam, how you doing, Meow? I don't know, is Jim with you? I don't see Jim in the chat, so they might be together. What did I see? I just saw a video or something you did on Facebook. I can't remember. Jim is cooking in our Airbnb. Are you in John Tiem or in Pattaya now for the month or however long you're going to be there? Are you there now? Let's see. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Isn't vegan an ancient Indian word meaning bad hunter? That's pretty good, though. I like that. Yeah, it was really with the vegan. I mean, you can't even eat like cheese or anything that has to do with anything. I think anything that had a hoof, or I can't remember what their motto is, but you can't eat crap. I mean, you can't eat nothing. Lettuce and grass, I think. No, there's probably a lot of things you can eat. Pasta, like I said, I know that because they give that away. We are in John DM and going, oh, cool. Oh, that's right. That's today, right? I forgot about that. If you guys aren't and you're watching and you're in the Pattaya area, they're putting on, I think it's at La Pub, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can post it or whatever. 4 p.m. today at La Pub. And I think, are they in John Tiem or in Pattaya? Yeah, they're close together. It's not far. But A bunch of people are going to be there. I know that Meow and Jim will be there. I'm pretty sure that Mitch will be there. I think James said he'll be there, and Fa, I think. Um, I don't know if Greenie and the usuals will be there. I know Tom will be there. I think Tom's in the chat or was, but it looks. I had a great time. I had it like I said. Usually in anything like that, if there's loud music and boom, 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 I'm there for 15 minutes. Hi, everybody. See you later, and I'm gone. And at the Wombat, the music was low. I was there 4 hours, which is like unheard of for me, because I don't like screaming, and I'm there to meet people and say hello to people and stuff like that. And if the music's so loud that you're screaming, that's no fun for me. So anyway, I know the last one that they had, I think it was they didn't have that problem either. But anyway, you can. I believe it's in John TM. But anyway, 4 o'clock. You can check. It's all over Facebook, or I'm sure Mitch has something posted on it. I think Tom does too. But they're fun. I had a good time. I really did. I had a good time. There it is. 4 o'clock at La Pub. John TM area. Very social place. Mr. Mitch, I'm guessing. Very social. Yeah, I believe I'm sure. I don't know. Mitch is probably lurking. I know he was here earlier, but no boom boom. Yeah, and you're not a fan of that. No, man. I had fun. I mean, running around and stuff. With when I was younger, it was okay, but now it's like aggravating when I'm trying to talk to somebody and I'm screaming. Besides the fact that I lose my voice. I think this must be the link, right, Scott? I'm gathering that's the link for the meetup. No boom, boom, boom. Just boom, boom. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mitch is still there. Mitch will be there, right? You'll be there, right, Mitch? The pub off of Walking Street. Okay. So it's John TM, right? Or no, that's Patea, right? I'm horrible. Unknown when everything is. I don't think I've been on the Walking Street. Yeah. Oh, from James's page. Okay, cool. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. So if you guys don't know or want to know more about it, it's right there, and you can check it out. Like I said, they were fun. I've never been to La Pub. Me and Mitch had threatened to go a couple of times and never quite made it over there. So I don't know. It should be fun. They got good food, I think, too. I'm not sure. Vegan is impossible to achieve because all the food besides vegetable and animal byproducts. It's weird. Those people, everyone I've met that is vegan is overweight. That could be too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think. I don't know. Is vegetarian and then vegan? Is it? I think you can shoving stuff in your pie hole. I don't think it matters what stuff you're shoving in there if it's loaded full of calories. So I'm sure you could be a vegan. Well, I guess, man, you can't even eat cake, can you? Something in there from milk or something in there. So what the hell do they eat? Pasta, tomatoes, right? So they can have a marinara sauce of some sort with, yeah, I guess. I don't know. And all the stuff, the fake stuff they make, I guess they could eat. Unreal. Yeah, I read some of those. Somebody said they took it down off of the where you had said to look that. What was it? Somebody's something Patea. Anyway, there were a bunch of people on there with just nothing but a bunch of negative comments, and you don't realize how many miserable bastards there are in the world until you see something like that. And my immediate reaction is these people just are jealous and just hate people that are living a life that they wish they could lead, and not happy for them. They're miserable and they want to abuse them. And who wants to meet them? It's a bunch of fun, man. And if you don't, you ought to keep your mouth shut and click onto another channel. Go someplace else and be miserable. But yeah, they are, and it was amazing. It wasn't like there was just one. There was like 30 of them. It's really sad, actually. Bacon, bacon acceptable? It would be on mine. I see vegetarians. I think it's eating healthier because Logan's response was he wanted to live as old as I am. So I'm thinking that vegetarians are doing it for health. That if they think it's a healthier way to live, which maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. But I know that when my cousin got sick, his biggest thing was kale and going to everything else, trying to a last ditch effort to stay alive. He was the one that had the Lou Gehrig's disease. Trying everything, of course. But yeah, I don't know, man. I really think you're predestined to get cancer, and you're predestined to, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And I think everybody's got the possibility of getting it. I think it's how you live your life, whether your body is gonna let you get it or not. I don't know. It's weird. And I could say F cancer, and I'm sure everybody will be with me. Let's see. The Batean News. Oh, that was it. The Batean News post is still up. Oh, but some people cannot see my comments, but we think it may have to do with my personal Facebook setting because my Facebook page. Oh, okay. I think I set mine to something. Somebody said I should have mine set in case trolls are doing something. I think I set it to something. Somebody taught me how to do it. I don't know how it goes. Hey, why are you tripping? How's it going? Blue face smiling. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, hey Jay, the biggest thing with me is I would like to live a while. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now and trying to get healthier. That's why I'm going to spend more time in the gym, and that's why I'm trying to get down to an acceptable weight. Is it for me? Yeah, I mean, it always has to be for you first, right? But mainly my wife. She saved my life. She actually loves me, man. It's like totally amazing to me, and she wants me to hang out, man. She wants me to hang out for a while. So I don't know if I'll go far as doing that, but I'm eating a lot healthier now too. Not for any reason that I just want to. And I'm still eating stuff that I like. I like salads. I like balsamic, and red wine vinegar and olive oil, which is good, and avocado, which in limited stuff, it's high in calories and stuff, but I don't eat that much of it. And I don't know whether it's that drug that I'm taking or not, but I'm not hungry and I'm eating way less. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in the long run. I need to exercise more, and I think more weight will come off. But I was at 4.5 kilos. God, it had to been a week ago. So I don't know. I don't have a scale here, so we'll find out when I get home. Round is a shape. Yeah, I'm definitely round. But I don't know, man. I think I think more about dying now than I did before my wife passed away 5 years ago. I don't know. I mean, I don't think of it in a bad way. I'm not scared of it. I mean, when it's time to go, it's time to go. But I do want to hang out. She would be appreciative, but I don't want to be a burden either. In diapers. Hey, come here and change my diaper. As long as I don't care. I mean, if I lose the ability and they got to cut my feet off or whatever, and I got to be in a wheelchair, as long as I'm functioning like this and got all my faculties, and I'm not completely immobile, I'll hang if she wanted me to. But otherwise, to be a burden on somebody, I don't really want to do that. Like I talked to Bobby about it before. I think we were talking about his dad, who has passed, by the way, and rest in peace, my friend. And I think as a parent, I wouldn't want my kids to be burdened with me, and I'm sure that his dad didn't want to put him in that position either. And I don't think any parent would want to put and Mitch experienced the same thing too. I don't think as a parent, I don't want to to be a burden on my kids. Luckily, I'm here in Thailand, and I don't think I will have to be, because Nitnoy will take care of me until even if I'm in diapers. Just the way that it is here. But I'm hoping I hang for a while. It would be nice if I was in better shape, so that's what I'm trying to do. Hey, Ralph, how you doing? Late to the show? Yeah, better late than never, brother. So glad you could make it. I love me some bacon. You know, yeah, I mean, I like that, but like if I was to sit down now, I could tell the way I am. Like, let's say this nice hotel that we're going to go to next, they got bacon for breakfast. Normally, I would take as much as I could grab with a set of tongs and put it on my plate. I might grab like 2 pieces of bacon, you know, and something. And that's just the mindset that I'm in. And maybe it's the medication. I don't know. But whatever it is, I like it. I'm not hungry. I eat when I want to and what I want to. It's just like I've been saying for years and years, anything in moderation, right? You know, don't sit down and eat 10 bowls of ice cream, you know, sit down and eat a scoop or something and move on. It's hard to do, you know. I'm going to have to postpone my Thailand trip again by a couple of months. Really? Why? Bummer. I really enjoy your videos too, by the way. Thanks for coming. What did he say? Joe says I'm in diapers now because you like it. My children have very specific details, instructions on what to do with my remains, depending on where I am in the world. One of the options include honey oatmeal. Yeah, you know, I was talking to Nitnoy about that yesterday, and on the drive, the long drive, you know, you can run out of things to say, right? I think. Anyway, I said, "What are you going to do with me?" She said, "I'm going to burn you." I said, "Okay, fine, works for me." I don't think my kids care. I mean, I don't know. I don't care. It's fine with me. I was going to get burned if I was in the state anyway. Busy night at work. Took advantage of the downtime to work on my SSA spreadsheet. It's always good when you're slow. Or trip to the mountains where a bear can eat me. Yeah, that would work. Wearing astronaut diapers. Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't want to be a burden on her either, you know, and I don't think I'd ever let myself. If I had my faculties, you know, like I said, one of my biggest fears is Alzheimer's, man. I saw my aunt. I know a lot of people in here have experienced, whether their parents, their aunt, their uncle, whatever, someone in their family. I think a lot of people here know, you know, what that's about. And it's kind of, whenever I forget something, like just now with Ramsey, you know, little crap like that gets me thinking, you know, hey, are you losing it or what? That's where my first goal right now is 114 kilos. I was 126.5 when I started. I was 122 when I weighed myself a week or so ago. The milestone that I'm trying to hit right now is 114. If I get down, when I get down, I'm going to the 114. I'll schedule the first knee to get done, and then I think I want to mellow out right around that, right around the 100, 105, right around 100 kilos. I think I've always felt good, and I don't know what. Somebody tell me what 100 kilos is. I want to say 103 when I got out was like 220 or 15. I don't even know. Somebody let me know what 100 kilos is, if you've got a calculator or a phone. And that's tigers. You could stumble off and get eaten by a tiger. That would work. There'd be tigers in them meals. I told my kids to bury me face down so I can help place the fire. Yeah. Got a plane to see you on the next. All right, take it easy, Tim. So 100 kilos is 220. I can live with that. I when I was younger, 205, I felt I used to fluctuate right around 205, but I was in a lot better shape, you know. So I'm imagining it was more muscle weight than fat weight. So, but when I was young, I got down to 176, and I didn't like it at all. I felt way too light, way too light. Plenty of bear in in Vermont. Be careful. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 220. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. It all depends on what kind of shape I'm in. I mean, it makes a big difference on how it gets carried. 15.7 stone. I never understood the stone thing. I haven't quite got grasped that. I can't even grasp the kilo. Except I know kilos are 2.2 pounds. That's because of weed. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what that is. Uh, Been lurking. Hey, Bill, glad you're lurking. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just eating better salads. I eat a lot of. I ordered and I'll order some more now. Sent in tuna, raw salmon. I cut out the mayonnaise in that little video I made, and now just use sesame oil. Put a little bit of avocado in there, a little bit of cut tomato, the fish eggs, green onion, and chili peppers. Got to have chili peppers. I guess I'm definitely Thai now, and definitely from Isan. So I put that in there, and that's like my favorite dish. So I did find a place that, like I said, tuna really changes its texture when you freeze it. But the ones I tried, belly and steak and cut up chunks that they had from that one place that I got the tuna from, and the steak, believe it or not, was just as good as the other stuff. And they would, for a chunk of it that would make me a good meal. I don't know how much it weighed, 200 grams or something, 100 and something grams. And it was 145 baht. So what is that, like $4, something like that, $5, whatever it is. That's what I'm going to order, and then just keep in the freezer and take them out and eat one of those a day. And I would really rather have fresh, but I just can't find it. Can't find it. When I was in Costa Rica, I could find it right off the boats. I mean, bringing it in. But maybe if I was on Phuket, because now I know that they actually get tuna out there, and dorado, and obviously sailfish, if you watch the video. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. It a lot more, I think, nutritional value out of fresh. I only eat 2 meals a day plus my morning 3-in-1 coffee. Lost some pounds, almost down to 180. That's awesome. Yeah, and like I said, I don't think it's being mobile. Chuck's got me on this 5,000 steps a day is what I try to hit every day right now. And then after the vacation, and once I get back home, I'm going to try to bump that up, and then and move the gym up to at least 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and have the weekends off. If I feel like it, I could just go in and just go on the stationary bike or something if I want to, a couple of days also. Get me into a routine. I got to get into a routine. Let's see. My doctor told me I couldn't do that, but basically what I am on now is I cut out a lot of carbohydrates, which I think that's basically what keto is, except ketosis and all that kind of crap. I don't know anything about that, but I know that when I told you when I was young, trying to meet a weight at 176, I was 223 pounds, and I went from 223 pounds to 176 in 5 weeks. I was running a lot, 7 to 10 miles a day, and but all just protein, beef, the hamburger patties, and any kind of meat and cheese is all I ate. Needless to say, I was lightheaded and brain suffering, and with the cheese backed up. So you figure it out. But yeah. And then I felt weak when I was out there. Like I said, the best I felt right around 205, something like that. And that's when I was, like I said, when I was younger. So maybe I'll feel better at less weight, but I'll know the weight when I get there, and when I'm eating, I'll stop losing weight. Whatever weight I'm going to be at, then I'll reevaluate and say, okay, I need to change my diet even more, or I feel comfortable at this weight. So, what did I miss here? Sorry, guys. Mr. Mitch, how did I do that? Sorry, guys. There we go. Funny how that works. U.S. money is based on. I must have missed something symmetric. I missed something. Sorry, guys. My blood pressure has been normal since I started blood pressure meds when I was 19. Yeah, I'm still on that too, and I'm hoping to get rid of those too. When I was 103 kilos, when I got out of the hospital, my diabetes stuff, I was taking the medicine and it was dropping it way low. So the doctor was cutting me back on that to see if I could get off. And also my blood pressure was way down. So we were about ready to adjust all that stuff. And then I started gaining weight. Of course, here I sit. So we'll see what happens when I get down to a decent weight and see what it is. I'd like to get off. Both of them would be nice. Let's see. Ralph's saying it's not just the steps, it's the pace. I do 6,000 steps at work, and I'm on the clock, so it's a slow stroll. Yeah, I don't know. I just try to meet something that's better than nothing, because before I was just hanging out, sitting here like this, or going to the backyard and sitting by the koi pond. I mean, I wasn't getting out and going about, so it's helping me get out and about. I did keto. I felt like a butter running through my veins. Probably why now I eat vegetables. Yeah, keto. And basically keto, as far as I'm concerned, way back in the day when I did it, because I want to say I was 20 years old or something back then. So 46 years ago, it was high protein, low carb diet is what it was called, protein diet. That was the same one. Like I said, Sylvester Stallone was on that, trying to become dingy because carbohydrates is what feeds your brain for Rocky. So, let's see. The more I have Thailand in my life, the healthier. Now that's a good thing. And I think so too. Just coming here, if you are higher on the blood pressure, I know mine was still high when I came here, but it still dropped like 20 points. So it's just a lot better now. They just want you to, my doctor said, my heart doctor years ago, regardless of what you think, you're staying on blood pressure. I want your blood pressure as low as possible. And his idea was the lower your blood pressure, the less chance of strokes and everything else. So I'm lucky I haven't stroked out anyway, but we'll hope not. I stopped all my meds, 3 voices. I said I'm good. Let's see. Okay, who's gone? You got to go, Dallo? All right, thanks. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Mr. Mitch, I'm finding a lot of home-built blogs lately, getting lots of ideas. Home-built. Yeah, I don't know I still don't know what I'm going to do. I got to get that room done in the back. I'm going to do some more concrete flat work in the front. There's one little place out front that I thought they wanted dirt, but now my mother-in-law, my wife says no, they want it concrete. So he's going to go over and do that. I don't know if he's going today or tomorrow. I want to get the trailer, and I want to get the building, and I got to get the backyard finished. The backyard's like 95% without the building. The building just drop in place with a crane, so that'll be easy. But the fence was never completed. The metal work in between the pillars as it goes around, and all that stuff. Just a little finished stuff. Getting it done, some paint and stuff like that. Okay, checking my phone. But yeah, so that's the case. But I do want to get the trailer. I've made a decision, I think, on that. I'm gonna try to get that next month, and if I do, then I can slowly put a little bit into it and probably be camping in it within 2 weeks, because I've got most of the stuff. I could build out part of it and take it out and bring it back and build out some more and take it out. And I don't have to have everything done in it to take it out camping. I have to have done is the air conditioner and the generator and the electrical done in it. So that's what will go in first. So we'll see how that works. But I think I want to do that. That'll get me out and about, up and motivated. I'm kind of excited about that. And if it peters out and I just say, oh, what a mistake I made, I'll just sell it for what I got it into it. I'm sure I can do it. I had a heart attack at 52 years old. My life has changed since. You'll never be the same. I'm on 6 meds a day just so I don't stroke out. I know. They've got me on, I never had a heart attack. Years ago, I had 2 stents put in. The doctor, they did the stress thing, and he said he saw 2 shadows there. So he wanted to go up in through my groin and physically take a look at what was going on there. And he woke me up in the middle of the surgery and said, you have 2 blockages. One's like 95% and the other one's like 75%. And he said, I can put in 2 different kinds of stents. One of them, I know you wanted to get your knees done. And he's telling me this while I'm, I'm groggy, right? And he's going, I can put in this one type of stent and you can have the surgery on your knees. But if I put in this other one, that's actually a better stent, you can't have surgery for a year. Now, why? I don't know. Of course, my initial response is, give me the best shit you got. I don't want secondary stuff. I'll worry about my knees when it comes time. And he just laughed, said, okay. And they put me back out and put the 2 stents in. And that was a surgery, like I said, I don't know if you guys ever had stents put in from there. It was weird too, because I could feel like tugging and stuff and half awake type stuff. No pain or anything. But boy, afterwards, it hurt like a son of a bitch. And I went into the bathroom, and I think the second day they said I could shower or whatever. So I was jonesing to do that. And I'm standing in front of the mirror and I drop my drawers and I am black and blue from my waist to my knee. And I'm talking black and blue, not just a light kind of, oh, it looks like you might have a bruise. Black. I was afraid I was going to die. And I'm screaming. And I said, okay, who let one of my ex-wives in the operating room with the baseball bat? Because somebody has just beat the hell out of my, between my legs. And it was horrible. But anyway, so he put him in. And I want to say that was, God, how long? 10 years ago? 10 years ago. They had me on blood thinners. I don't know if did they put in stents, Rob, or no? And they have me on blood thinners. They still have me on blood thinners. I guess I'll be on blood thinners until I croak. But they're not so bad as like if I pick a scab or prick my finger or whatever, that it's hard to stop the bleeding. It seems to stop. So either the blood thinners are shit, which I'm on the new one, which is real expensive. I said it before. The old one is rat poison, low dosage of rat poison. And he said he'd rather have me on this other one, but it's like ungodly amount of money to a Thai person. To me, it was still expensive. I can't remember what it was. And I said, whatever you want. I mean, you're the boss. You went to school for a lot of years. I didn't. So we'll see. Hey, Andy, take it easy. But yeah, I was really amazed at how black and blue I was. And then it was really weird too, because they actually had a nurse there with like weights and pressing on the deal to get it to stop bleeding and heal, I guess, or start to heal. And they did that for an hour or something, kept pressure on it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Mine was so black and blue. I was freaked out. I'm just going, what the hell is this? Your lifestyle causes suggestive feeling, your attitude is just important as diet. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said too, the best thing that I found out about my life is the people that you surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with a bunch of assholes, you're probably going to be an asshole. But it just seems like I said, I know I'm a better person now than I was when I was younger. So. Dave, I had 100% blockage of my main arteries. I died twice and saw no light. Guess it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, and that when I was here in Thailand with the tube down my throat, I don't know how many times I died. I know I dreamt about it. They had me on heavy drugs because I was trying to rip the thing out, and they tried tying me down, and that didn't work. And my doctor finally said, "Screw it, I'm knocking him out." So he gave me all sorts of tranquilizers and heavy drugs, and I had the weirdest dreams you ever heard of. Psychedelic, freaking somebody was cutting my leg off, and just weird shit. And like I said, I'm glad that they did it because I guess I died 5 or 6 times during that time, and they revived me. But the I'm glad that they did because, like I said, man, I never felt so helpless and not, and weak and couldn't do anything. Like I said, I couldn't even walk. When you're the atrophy in the muscles and everything of not moving for 2 months, over 2 months. It's amazing how quick it goes away. But the I don't know. I knew at that point when something happened then that there was a bunch of people looking out for me. One of them being my wife. Both of them, the dead one and the one that I was to marry soon, Nitnoy. The voices and shit, and I don't know if it was the drugs or what, but I'm glad they knocked me out because of the anxiety. Supposedly, I think they had me out 6 weeks because I only remember like 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks. And I think if it would have been any longer than 2 or 3 weeks, it might have been 3 weeks, I would have went absolutely crazy. The anxiety of not being able that the machine is breathing for you. And then when they roll you over and kink the hose, you can't just say, "Hey, you kinked the hose, you asshole," because you can't talk. So you're grunting along. They don't know. They figure, oh, he's just grunting. So my worst case was every time that they clean me, roll me over, and give me a sponge bath or whatever they were giving me. That was the worst times I had, and it was every day. And the anxiety towards the end, because I had asked him when I could finally hold a pen and write, I wrote, "Am I going to be like this? Is there a chance that I could be like this forever?" And he laughed at me. He said, "No, no, you're not going to be. You're going to be fine." And I said, "Okay," because I would have seriously thought about offing myself in some way because there's no way I would have stayed like that. No freaking way. And if it would have, I want to say if it would have been 1 second longer than when he pulled that thing out, that was I could still remember going, oh man, it was so nice to freaking use my lungs. And they put that straight oxygen on you with the, just pumping it into you. Made me feel good. And then I was back in ICU a day later because they didn't realize that there was a bunch of water around my heart. And I hadn't had any fluids except what they were giving me IV. So I wanted to guzzle water and eat soup, and sure enough, I watched myself pass out. I think I watched the oxygen meter go down to, I don't know, 60 or something. I don't remember. It was really low. It started at 95% oxygen or whatever. And passed out, woke up with a tube in my down my throat, just freaking out. And he was right there. No, it's only going to be 2 days, and I'll pull it. It'll be out. And I was looking at him. I'm sure my eyes were about that big around. Going in a day and a half, man. He was a man of his word. Day and a half later, he pulled it out. Had me a liter of water a day. Talk about another torture. You don't realize what a liter of water is, and that's fluid. So if I have a deal of clear broth soup or whatever, that's liquid. So they take that out, and you can only have a liter. Have this much water. It sucked. My biggest thing was I can't wait till I could just guzzle a glass of water like I can now. The small things in life, right? I mean that you think about. What did I miss over here? I told my Thai partner to sprinkle some ashes in the ocean. Beach favorite resort, palm tree. As I don't know what my How you doing? I don't know if I met you before. How you doing? What is it? Ella Rose? Ella Rose. Is that right? Glad you could come. Glad you could make it. I let my wife take care of wherever she wants to do with the ashes. I don't care. Don't matter to me. If she wants to stick them in and then put me in one of those monument things and put me in the on the temple land. I think. Do whatever you want to do, baby. I don't care. I'm dead. Isn't really going to matter to me much. Have you heard about the two Chinese spy balloons flying over the U.S.? No, I haven't heard. I don't hear any. I don't hear anything about anything in the States anymore. I don't. I don't watch. I don't watch any news. I don't. I don't watch anything. I watch Netflix. The only way I get anything, Logan, is when I'm looking to see how everybody in the family does. I use Facebook, and people post on their crap that's going on. Hey, Stuck, how you doing? Wow, I must usually be getting off right about now because Stuck only comes in right when I'm getting ready to end the live stream. I'm glad you could make it earlier. When are you coming? You're coming soon, right? Are you coming this year? Not to visit, to stay. I know you had. We talked before a long, long time ago, and I know you had. I think properties and stuff you needed to get in order as far as rentals. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine not being here. I'll go into my spiel again. If you can retire 1 minute earlier than you think you can, I would definitely retire, and I would definitely check out Thailand. Come for 3 months, I think is. It only took me 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I knew exactly this works. Like I said, the biggest thing that I could think of, and Daz had said it, it's not for everybody, but I think it's for most people. I think you're in the lower 95% because I think 90 or 5%, 95% of the people would dig it here. But I'm sure there's some people that would say, no, it's too hot, it's too humid. But my idea of that is go into a restaurant that's air conditioned, or go in the ocean, or go swimming, or go, there's a lot of places. I gotta love Thailand, right? I mean, I love Thailand. It's my home now. What is they shot the balloon over Montana down? Really? And Going Grazes said, are you sure? I heard the opposite. I don't know. In Montana, I imagine there's a bunch of people with some guns. They probably did it themselves. Fly over the wrong house. Let's see. February 26th will be 5 years since I left Thailand. Really? Bummer. When are you planning on being back? Or do you know? Hello, neighbor. I missed that bit of news. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that. Mitch, I think he kind of stays in tune with things. I just don't even want to be bothered. I don't live there. I care because my family's there, my grandkids, my son, my daughter, my mom, my brother, my whole family's there. But otherwise, for me, I mean, I live in Thailand. Till they kick me out of here, this is my home. It's like 60,000 feet. Yeah, I guess the 22s that they're firing up in the air might not reach, or what? Hey, Bo, how you doing? Are you back in Surin, or are you in Bangkok? And everybody pray for her husband a speedy recovery, because he was in the hospital there in Bangkok last I had heard. But Bo was from my town. Actually, I'm from her town, or I live in her town now. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Pink hand waving. I'm saying hi to Bo. Scott, did you get that from Facebook or some other social group, or did you see it on the news? That would be interesting to know. When I had my heart attack, I was 270 pounds. Wow, 185. You got to feel a lot better. Like I said, and that's going to help you right there. That's for sure. 185. Maybe I'd feel good. I don't know, especially now. But God, I'd be thin, man. I guess that's the way I should be. If you go by BMI weight, I'm probably supposed to be like 140 pounds or something absolutely freaking ridiculous. But you're in BKK. Okay. Yeah, I think you did a little short live stream that I just missed, and I think it was last night of the city, so I should have known you were there. Right? What link is Mitch asking for? Did I miss something? Or does somebody want it? I could put the link if they're asking for that. I didn't put it anywhere recently, or before. Usually before I go on, I try to post it somewhere in case somebody wants to come on. Question: when is the outside room arriving? I'm hoping the end of March. I think my priorities have changed, Tommy. I want to get that trailer, and I'm thinking about actually getting it, paying the 60,000 baht, and getting it with the already with the license plate registered, ready to go. No problems, and all I got to do is build it out. And I think that's the way I'm going to go instead of trying to save money. He's charging 15,000 baht for that, so I don't even know what that is at today's exchange rate, but I think it's going to be worth it, because then I got to jack around. I got to depend on my wife and my father-in-law getting together and going down there and getting it. I think I'm going to do it, but I kind of changed my priorities, and I might change again tomorrow. I don't know, but as of right now, I think it'll help me get more of my steps in, get me out in the middle of nowhere. Although, like I said before, there's a lot of places and campgrounds popping up all over with electrical and bathrooms and showers and all sorts of stuff. They're really getting into it here. So we'll see what happens. But I also kind of want to be out in the middle of nowhere, which again, my wife's not really happy about that either. She's not happy about a lot of things. Who can't? I can't post links. Yeah, you're not? I thought you were a moderator. No, you're not. I could remedy that. Oh, there we go. I'll try saying something, Logan. See if you get a. There you are. You got a wrench. 95 balloon. I don't know what the hell were they doing in a balloon. Should I ask, or is that political? Would you say it was a Russian and someone else? I don't even know. That's horrible. I still don't even pay attention when somebody tells me something. It goes in one ear and out the other. Like I said, man, my mind has always been weird. A weird mind, I mean, I retain shit that I want to retain. If it doesn't excite me, if it's not about when I was younger, motorcycles or women or anything like that, it was in one ear, out the other. And now I'm just as bad, I think, in my old age. Let's see. Yeah, I don't care. I can do that too. China says, what? I'm trying to confirm the balloon story. Let's see. How was I going to do that? Where is I at? Let me do that right now for you. There you go. All right. You can post something now if you want to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of curious with that. China says a rogue weather balloon, but now there's another over Central South America. Huh? What do they got? Dirty bombs in them or something? A briefcase? Yeah, what they do? I mean, what they say? They could just say it's a weather balloon. They could have. It could even be. It doesn't even have to have somebody on it. I mean, it could be. Have a remote control and drop something, couldn't it? I don't know. I'm not big on anything. The Chinese balloon in the news is nothing new. It just makes the news because it fits a political agenda and helps keep us little people occupied. There are scores of balloons of this type. Yeah, I'm imagining if they wanted to, they could do that, right? I mean, just put some kind of, a radio controlled servo or whatever on the thing to drop whatever, and you can drop it anywhere you want, I would imagine. And especially if we just let them fly over here. I don't know. I would hope they're a little bit more concerned about stuff than that. That'll be our next downfall, right? Now that we're talking about it. Yeah, intelligence agencies. Is that a... Hey, Benja, how you doing? Hope everything's going well with you. Surveillance balloons potentially fly over military missile sites. Yeah, I don't know. How do they let that? Our balloons flying over theirs? That's okay, right? We should be able to do whatever we want. We're American, but they should have not be able to do anything. And they could. I mean, why not? I mean, how do we? I imagine maybe we have a way to know if they're carrying something, a weapon on the balloon. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't have to be that big to actually do a bunch of damage if it was dropped somewhere. Bo saying hi to everyone. I'm glad Benji can make it. You must be up. Did you already? What time is it anyway? 10:30, 10:23. Oh, cool. I told my wife I was only going to go an hour, but sometimes I lie. Maybe a little water. Let's see. Every day, approximately 800 weather balloons are released. And again, at locations around the world, this provides a snapshot of entire balance for twice a day. Wow, I didn't know that. It's way too much information for me. I won't retain any of that, Mitch. That'll go right in one ear, right out the next. Let's see. Hello. Your furnace clicks on every 5 minutes. What do you burn there? You don't burn like coal or oil. You burn oil? I don't know. What do they do in Vermont? Are you natural gas or I don't even know. I'm talking about Rob. That could be quite expensive. Heating bills, I would imagine. Ben saying hi to Mitch. Tommy saying hi to Benja. Benja saying hi to Tommy. Joe saying hi to Benja. Can carry their payloads as high as 40,000 meters, 130,000 feet. Wow. Natural gas. Wow. It's expensive there. I don't know what it is in California. The gas bills were always reasonable, especially in California. Now, my propane, when my wife, before I started using the wood stove, she liked it 80 degrees. And I was burning through, what was it, $700 every 5 weeks worth of propane. And I ended up going with about 5 cords or 6 cords at $300 a cord for the whole winter. So it made that. And she liked the fire too. Of course, she always screamed at me to start it. Actually, she was better at starting it than I was. I released a balloon into the air once. It's over 30 minutes to get back. Reasonably. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it was in California. Like I said, the propane where I was, we didn't have natural gas. Oh, damn! Excuse me. We didn't have natural gas up where I was in Central California, up in the Sierras. It was all propane. I kind of like the earbuds. Not bad. I can hear myself. I still haven't checked out whether I can hear anybody. No one's come on. So maybe next time I do a live stream, someone will jump on for a minute and I'll check it. But I'm sure that I could. I got to be able to hear them. I can hear me. So. Yeah, I used to suggest twice a year, but once before the seasons, because we had big air conditioning deals. So it's basically not only serving just the furnace, but the air handler itself blowing the air over the furnace. So I always told people to do it, once before heating season and once before cooling season. But I would imagine you probably don't have a big I don't know. Does it get hot there? Maybe it does. I don't know much about. I guess it depends on where you are. Right? Your stream very long. Sometimes I fall asleep. Yeah, they are. The one I did with Chuck and James was over 3 hours, I think. Utilities in El Paso are 9,000 baht this month. How far would that money go in Thailand? Well, that would probably pay for your place to live and your and your utilities. I would guess. Well, I don't know. You need a 3 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. Like I said, it depends on where you're at. I know my wife's gonna rent the Thai style house of her mom and dad's for 4,500. So you could definitely. That's a 2 bedroom, I think. Yeah, it is a 2 bedroom. It's crazy cheap, man. Yeah, and you're lucky. You're gonna get to retire, and I know you'll give it to me again. What is it? 5 years, so many hours, and so many minutes. You can give it to me again. I like reading that, Logan. But Logan, I guess, is gonna get to retire. Get his 20 in with the service, which thumbs up for your service, brother. Good thing furnace is running. It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit here. Yeah, that's why I was saying, man, when I was growing up, when I was learning my trade, which was HVAC, it was always like, I can go anywhere and get a job. I could have worked on a cruise ship making a lot of money. I could have went to Saudi Arabia. I could have went a lot of places and made a lot of money. And I made good money right in California. But if everything you go to shit, and people will still have to keep their food from spoiling and keep themselves from freezing to death. So the trade that I learned, I could work no matter what, anything that happened. I could work, and that's one thing I liked about it. And I made good money. You can make good money in the trades. A lot of people go to college and end up working at McDonald's, and not that anything wrong with going to college. Just everybody thought I can get this degree, that degree, and they never made anything on themselves. And learning a trade worked for me anyway. I think it worked for Mitch too. What did I miss? What did Grace say? Good thing for around 10 degrees. I just couldn't even imagine. There we go. 4 years, 8 months, 15 days retirement. Awesome. And how old will you be? You're not. You won't be 50, right? I don't think. I think you're going to be like James. That's why James got his elite visa, because he didn't want to be bothered, and he wasn't of age to get his retirement, which is 50, in case anybody's wondering. But that's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Stuck in Florida. If changing the filter is considered service, then annual service. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's always good to change your filters before every season, and I always cleaned everything, oiled everything back in the day. Now that most of the motors and stuff are sealed bearings and stuff, but you'll be 46 when you retire? I'm imagining. That sounds about right. Because I think James got his, and now when that expires, he'll actually be of age to get his retirement. So, I'm headed back to the U.S. I'm headed back to the U.S. I plan on working at Walmart as a greeter. You want some? You want some company? I come back for a little while. I will live in a van in a parking lot. Yeah, but you could have a YouTube channel, and if you have 1 million subscribers, you can make some money. That's Scott's plan. I don't know, man. It doesn't, like I said, I did that one video. Not a bunch of people have watched it. Maybe some people will. But I really think that you can, for a retirement, a very minimal or decent retirement, or Social Security or whatever. I think that 18 to 2,000. Can you do it for 12? Yeah, I kind of, in that breakdown. Yeah, you could. Like I said, it depends on where you're going to live. Would I rather live in where I'm at in Southern California or in Central California on 1200 or in Thailand? It's a no-brainer. I'll be right in Thailand. But that that 1800 that I did the breakdown on, and I'm sure there's some stuff that I missed, little stuff, but I threw in a bunch of miscellaneous. Still being able to like take off once a month for a 4-day little vacation from your retirement. I mean, you can make a decent life. Like I said, unless you're coming here to drink and carouse and stay up all night and spend $100 a night, then you're not going to be able to do that. But if you want to come here and relax and have a good life, it can be had. What did I say? 10 minutes of fun, 5 hours and 50 minutes of regret. What did I miss? That's better to be fun. 6 hours. Okay, now I get it. Don't need spy satellites over Australia. Just walk into the pub and we'll tell you everything. The wheels on the bus go round and round. There you go. Refrigerator box with the drawing. Let's see. We are anticipating 3 to 4 a month for the two of us to retire. Yeah, and you're going to be hard pressed to spend that unless I imagine you're young. You're going to be young when you retire, so you're probably going to be way up on traveling, probably more than if somebody's 65 or retiring. But a lot of people don't. Look at Andy. Andy runs amok, man. Yeah, you'll be able to. I think it was James that did a thing. All the traveling he does, and he finds it hard to spend 3,000. So, yeah, I think you're going to be on top of the world, and I'm sure you're going to have a nest egg and all that kind of crap too. So, you're going to have no problems. You're going to try Thailand, or do you know where you're going to go? I know you. I think you're going to try Thailand. I think is what's going to happen. Yeah, great plan. And to do that, like I said, if you've got that, because that's what I bring in. Usually I bring in 33 to 35 a month. And I've got, payments on the house and the car and, and all sorts of crap. And, giving my mother-in-law money and all that stuff comes out of there. And I still have more than enough to travel. So we'll see once I get the trailer and start doing some camping and stuff like that. Most of the places are going to be probably really cheap and otherwise or nothing if I'm out in the middle of nowhere. But I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to get that. So to originally answer Tommy's question from a half hour ago, I'm going to try to get the trailer first, and the end of March, maybe first week of April, the room will be, I'm hoping to have the room. So, because that's my man cave too. So I'm kind of weighing two. Both of them are things that I want. I want the trailer and I want the room. So I think the trailer will get me up and about and moving around more. So I'm leaning towards the trailer. All right, Paul. Make lots for my brother. All right, take care. Have a good one. I'm going to go fairly soon too. What are we at? Hour and a half. Yeah, I'm probably going to go soon too. Called it the shag. I told you, man, when I was a kid, I bought I want to say it was like 64, the flat fronted Ford bread box type vans. Motor was blown in it. Sat in my driveway at my mom's house for 3 years, I think, or something. You can imagine what it was used for, and I ended up selling it. Never did rebuild the motor. Horrible person I was when I was a kid. Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Okay. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. You guys are the greatest, but I think I'm going to go. I've got to get ready and go pick her up. Who knows? My wife always surprises me, and she might be early. And what time is it now? 10:30. So she might be like 11:30. I still got to clean up and get out the door. So I am going to cut it off, I think. Thanks everybody for watching. Of course, if you're not subscribed and you like watching the lives or watching the occasional video, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It like I said, I want to meet people, and it seems like every time it's awesome that there's someone new that pops in, and you don't have to come into the chat until you feel comfortable. It took me a while, but there's people here, a bunch of good people. If I don't know something and give you advice on something, somebody else will. Like I always say, no matter what you hear, wherever you hear it from on the internet, check it out with the government. Make sure it's the right deal. But we have a bunch of fun. I know I do. When I'm not, I won't be here anymore. But as I always do, the intro and the outro to my live streams. Richard from Richard Travels, which I'm imagining, is he going to be back next Saturday? Maybe somebody knows, they can pop it in before we completely say goodbye. I think said he was going to come back in February. If you guys aren't subscribed to Richard's channel, it would be a good thing to do. But anyway, he does the intros and the outro or he did the intro and the outro for my live streams, and I dig them. And I'm going to show you the outro now because I'm going to catch you on the next one. Have a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening. See ya and catch you on the next.